Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to call our July 17th meeting to order at 7 a.m., 7 a.m., wow, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Let's go. So
What's it feel, AM?
I pledge allegiance
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty. So we'll move on to attendance appointment of alternates. George is not here,
No, he let me know he wasn't gonna be here. He's on vacation.
right? So I do have a motion to install Christina as our alternate.
I will make a motion to have Christina Crescenzi as a voting member for today.
Second.
So moved for second?
No, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval as agenda. I don't know that we need any additions or corrections. I have not heard of any, so we can approve as presented. A motion?
Oh, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for tonight's meeting as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Minutes from June 18th. I did have one question, maybe two. Just gotta find it. It would be 9B. When we decommissioned the authorization of the money, I don't think we needed to send that to town meetings. The only thing.
Yes, we did.
We did, okay. All
I
right.
sent it to town meeting.
The decommissioning or just the total?
Both of them.
Both of them had to go to town meeting?
Yeah,
Okay.
because the original ARPA was allocated through here, through the Board of Selectmen, through here to the town meeting. So to decommit it, you had to do the same process in reverse.
Okay, got it. All right, so I guess there is no correction there. I thought we just had to send the final decision to the meeting, so, okay, no, we're good then. Any other additions or corrections? Seeing none, we can for motion to approve as presented.
I'm making a motion to approve the minutes as presented. What else the date was?
June 18th.
June 18th.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Unless two members of our public would like to participate, we will move on. Communications, I have none. Amy?
I have none.
Okay. Who's
I did send out though, everybody got the engagement letter for the audit.
Yes.
He asked me to send it to everybody.
Yeah.
I noticed it did have some stuff that if we're not timely, they might not file timely, which is new language. But that was the only thing I noticed that was different. But he did want to make sure that the board knew.
Monthly reports, town.
All right, so in here is the start of June. It is not final by any stretch of the imagination, as I found out when I talked to Tom. On our CNR, he wanted to know what happened to my track allocation, and then I realized I hadn't done any of the allocations from the town meeting before I ran these reports. So, but I don't think there's anything, I mean, revenue, we have a lot of places where we have more money than we thought we would. We have the $1 million of Pequot money. We have 282,000 of MRSA money, which is from the extra sales tax, which they keep telling us we'll get, and then we don't normally get it. So when it comes, it's a surprise. The ECS, we're short $246,000, and that's a combination of things. The motor vehicle tax cap is the 277 we get, which really offsets current tax collections, which is behind by 380. But other in tax collection, she's 345 over in prior year taxes, 143 over in motor vehicle sup, and 207,000 over in interest and liens. So, that's good for tax. Treasurer. I made $684,000 more than I expected to. The 1.2 is what we had budgeted for use of fund balance. And let's see what else we had. So the other side of that entry is not in there yet for the 2.9 that were 219 that we moved over there, the tail end of June either. Town clerk was $52,000 over in conveyance, but a little bit behind in recording fees. Planning is over $22,000 in P and Z fees. Building is $204,000 over in building permits. And everybody else is just small amounts. So we're total right now, 1.387 over, not counting the 1.2 that we with the budgeted fund balance. But this will change to be under budget once we put in the 2190 for the use of fund balance. Expenditures. A couple of things came in higher than I was expecting. So you'll see I have transfers for both 23-24 and new ones for 24-25. One of them was the police overtime was higher than I expected it to be in my analysis, so I have to send some money back to them. Another one was health insurance came in more. It was the payout of people's in lieu, which I didn't have calculated in my end of the year estimate. And then we have a few things I didn't know about. Park and Rec's behind in part-time salary because of maternity leave coverage from last summer, which is part of this budget. And I'm getting that money from the planning professional services, which had money left. And I think that might be it for things that need covering. Oh, there's a training class in DPW that put their operating overall under. So I did a transfer from full-time salary savings over to dues and fees. So that's expenditures. If anybody has any questions on that. And CNR, what is not in here is neither roof, the radio system, or the track. As you see on page 8A19, the second section with the selectmen, that impact expense still has the whole 600,000 in there. That number is now 150 and the track is 450 of it. So you will see that in the next set of June numbers that we do, along with the roofs, the two roofs and the radio system. So that is where I am for 23-24 right now.
Any questions for Amy? So, in our August meeting, you'll pretty much be able to present the final 23-24.
Probably not. I haven't gotten any of our last month's utilities, last
Okay.
month's legal bills. So we still have some things not here yet and probably won't be here until at least early August.
Cool.
So probably September.
Very good.
There'll be more final than they are tonight, but
Yeah, no, that's, I know it takes a while to finish it up at the end of the year, so. All right, Board of Education.
Patrick, I'm going to share with everyone that we do have a application tonight, it's not present. As far as the financials go, I know there's no financials in the packet for you guys tonight. I did communicate that the reason I did not send any over is not that I didn't have any. I just wanted to respect our board, and see as they have not, our finance subcommittee and our board ed hasn't seen the June financials yet. I was sending that out to them for next week. I know in might have been last year, I had done that like once before and I just didn't want to, I wanted to respect their wishes and let them put their eyes on it before I just, presented a number. I can say we'll probably have like a minimal, that does get returned. But we'll get that to you as soon as our board has a chance to look it over at our next meeting.
Okay. And so you think you'll be final for next month or in September?
Similar to Amy, I mean, there's waiting on it. There's a couple of utility bills that we're still waiting on. There's a little bit of like reclassing I'm still kind of working on. Just full transparency, we're still looking for an AP person. So we're busy in the business office right now. We have a hopeful new candidate tomorrow. So we're just kind of working on year-end catch up and kind of getting everything going for the new year. But we're hopeful that will be much.
Can you, Ryan, just clarify for me? So, because I know obviously when you came in, right, you were kind of doing all that reclassification, so you know where the money's coming from, like how it's being spent. So it sounds like you're still doing a little bit of that, but do you think that this year you'll be able to have more of a comparison from this year, the 2 years now? When
Yeah.
into the next budget cycle?
I
Okay.
guess as far as like the reclassing goes, I guess I'm more mean, we just did our final payrolls. We had our accrued payroll where it like crosses fiscal
Okay.
years. And I basically have to go in there and book things back and move them
Okay.
around. So it's kind of like that movement. We had a slew of invoices. I mean, obviously, I'm sure the town is busy cutting checks as well right now. So there's a couple of items where maybe they went in one account line and they really should be elsewhere. So I'm kind of going like line by line, moving things around, just, nothing wild, but just to make sure they're in the appropriate category, just so we do have that good historical data. It's kind of minimal, just kind of shoring it up for year end.
Awesome, thank you.
Any further questions? Thank you. All right, we'll move on to transfers for 23-24. Start. 53 is the first one.
Make a motion for transfer number 53 for the police department in the amount of 15,000 from benefit workers comp to police overtime.
Second,
Second,
maybe you want to add a few comments?
No, that's one of the places I took too much out of the police officer salary, and then their overtime came in $28,000 more than I thought it was going to. So I had to give some back, so they're not in the hole.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, motion to approve. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 54,
I'll make a motion to transfer excess funds from the building professional fees in the amount of $8,600 to cover the overage in the PNR part-time salary line.
Second.
I guess this goes back to last summer.
Yep.
PNR is park and rec.
Yeah.
I should clarify for anyone listening.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 55,
I'll make a motion to transfer funds from contingency in the amount of $1,806 to cover comp time payout. So we'll move that to the park and rec overtime.
there's a second.
Second.
Further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 56,
Transfer number 56. Public Works, $2,524 from Public Works full-time salary to dues and fees.
second
Second.
discussion. This is to cover a training class, as mentioned there in the notes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 57,
Make a motion for transfer number 57 for the assessor's office to transfer $250 from excess funds for books and periodicals to cover full-time salary overtime.
Second.
any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Hello, Noreen.
Sorry, Noreen.
Transfer request number 58,
Make a motion to transfer $100 from contingency to cover comp time payout for in the tax full-time salary.
Is there a second? Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And number 59,
I'll make a motion to transfer $1,500 from planning dues and fees to planning full-time salary, geez, some need a nap, to cover comp time payouts.
second
Second.
discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Carries. Finishes transfer requests for year 23-24. We have 24 and 25s. You want to give a broad explanation maybe, or before we go through?
Sure. The first one is my contract settlement. The second one is the police contract settlement. And all the rest after that are CIP allocations that were approved by the Board of Selectmen at their last meeting. So this is giving them their new fiscal 24-25 money for their projects. And it is the same request that was submitted by the CIP committee that the Board of Selectmen put forward. And that list is your last page in your package.
Okay. We'll start the year with transfer request number 1.
Make a motion for transfer number 1 for the for the Treasurer's Department to transfer excess funds for contract that was approved at the Board of Selectmen on the March 21st in the amount of $10,650.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, motion carries. Number 2 for the police department. This is a confusing one.
Yeah, do we have to do this line by line or can we do the total?
I think you should probably do it by the total being the 83, but to the lines. I think if you don't do the dollar amount, you should at least do police officer salary, overtime, training and longevity. Like list out the accounts.
You got it. Nicole.
Oh, sure.
Now nobody
Go
gets
for
to
it.
do it.
All right, so I will make a motion to transfer the amount of $83,763.18 from, I'm going from the non-negotiated negotiated wages to the police officer salary lines, police department overtime, police department training salary, and police longevity to cover the union contracts approved by the Board of Selectmen meeting at their June 27th meeting. Is that sufficient?
Yep.
Second that.
Okay.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, motion carries. Number 3. Look at capital improvement.
Transfer number 3, CIP to Police Department, CNR 74,000. To allocate FYI 24-25 CIP budget per CIP committee. 6/17/24 and 11/7/24.
7-Eleven.
7/11.
11 day. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Number 4.
I'll make a motion to transfer the amount of $71,000 from CIP to the police cruisers line. This is to, for the CIP budget per the CIP committee on June 17th and the Board of Selectmen on July 11th.
Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, motion carries. Number 5.
Number 5, CIP to Public Works is CNR, $446,810 for public work roads to allocate for budget.
For a second.
Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, motion carries. Number 6.
Make a motion for transfer number 6 from CIP to Public Works CNR in the amount of $100,000 as per the budget of the SIP committee and Board of Selectmen for drainage.
Second.
All discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Carries. 7.
Make a motion to allocate FY 24-25 SIP budget per the CIP committee and the Board of Selectmen from CIP to Public Works vehicles in the amount of $350,000.
Do I have a second? Second. Discussion?
This is for what vehicles, Joe?
1 10-wheel.
Huh?
10-wheel plow.
10-wheel? Okay.
10-wheel.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 8.
Make a motion transfer number 8 from SIP to BOE CNR in the amount of $45,000 as per the CIP committee and Board of Selectmen for the Broadbrook Elementary School ceiling.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 9.
Make a motion, to move $12,500 from CIP to IT GIS. What does that stand for?
GIS,
Just GIS?
the actual system,
Oh, gotcha.
the mapping.
Thank you. Okay, all right. Hello.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? We know what GIS is?
Yeah, I was-
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Geographical.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Number 10.
I'll make a motion for, to transfer $20,000 from SIP to Public Works CNR for sidewalks as per the budget CIP committees and Board of Selectmen.
Second,
Discussion?
Can I just ask which sidewalks these are? Where, are they just sidewalks in general or?
That's part of, for the connectivity grant that's gonna go up reservoir. Connect the very wild loop around here.
That's what I assumed. I just wanted to. Okay, thank you.
Further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 11.
Transfer number 11, CIP to assessors CNR, $50,000 for assessor reval.
second,
Second. Any discussion?
I will say that's 2027, which is only 4 years, so we had to split the 200 over 4 years instead of 5.
All right, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Number 12.
Make a motion to transfer $25,000 from CIP to planning digitation as approved, through the CIP committee and the Board of Selectmen.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And lucky number 13.
I'll make a motion for transfer number 13 from SIP to Public Works CNR in the amount of $20,000 for facility equipment as per the CIP committee and the Board of Selectmen.
Second. Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Which is our transfers for tonight. Quick.
I forgot to put reconciliation on here, but we're reconciled in the general fund in June, but interfund is not in balance right now.
Partially through June, so we're still through May.
Pretty good. Board of Selectmen, any updates or referrals, or anything great news for us?
Great night.
Oh, darn, ruined the whole day. It's okay. Board of Education, I'll let it put a rest on your shoulders.
I did get a few notes from Patrick, so he did want to share that the summer enrichment programming seems like it's going great. That has been going on the last couple of weeks, I think now. So that's been going well. The leadership teams are already planning for next year, which is a little bit ahead of where we were in years past. So he's optimistic there. Did want to share that track construction is supposed to start the first week of August. And he said that he's going to provide everyone with an updated timeline once we have it. And then the Broadbrook gym ceiling is supposed to be started and finished the week before school starts.
Thank you. All right, new business. Don't know that we have any new business. Someone has something spectacular to talk about. I believe we finished up all our business from prior meetings, so that leaves us with board member comments. Nothing from Tom.
Nothing.
Nothing from Tom. Come on, you gotta say something.
I don't have much.
Well, you said something.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll just say, enjoy the summer, even though I don't like enjoy this hot humid weather. Hopefully it's gone away with these rains we've just had here. With that, our next meeting will be August 21st, our regular scheduled meeting.
Oh, I do have some, I will not be at the August 21st meeting, just for awareness.
Do you have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Bye.
Aye.
And I'm sure no one's opposed. My meeting's adjourned. There we are, quick. 24 minutes.
Was texting me, she's like, I'm on my way, and I'm like, don't bother.